The impossible keeps happening. It happened again in Madison Square Garden last night. Tony East in my New York hotel room. I cover the Pacers for Forbes and Locked On Pacers. Wow. Pacers beat the Knicks in overtime. You've all seen all of this stuff by then. I don't want to go play by play, blow by blow. I will talk about my perspective of it a little bit, but this team just has it's innate, right? Everybody wants to know when I go I'm rambling. They beat the Bucks in a crazy game. They beat the Cavs in a crazy game. They beat the Knicks in a crazy game. They're all crescendoing in terms of difficulty of the comeback. Every time we go through the same questions with the Pacers. How do you guys do this? What about you guys makes this possible? What's going on here, right? And Cleveland and New York were on the road. There's visiting team media members at these games. They're asking the same stuff. What? How? How did you do this? You know, all sorts of very important questions like that. And like they keep saying the same things. Resolve, togetherness. We believe in each other. All this stuff that is true. The Pacers truly feel the way they're talking about all of this stuff, right? I'm not taking that away from them. But I've heard it all so many times. It's just something innate about them that other teams don't have. That they are not out of a game ever. Because they have so many guys who can get hot in a flash. They have so many players capable of doing something on either end of the floor. Their pressure throughout a game with the pressing, with the inbounds defense effectiveness, it just forces teams to react and crumble all the time. And when it comes down to crunch time, that pressure gets too high for other teams a lot of times, and the Pacers are ready for it. And there's a million reasons it happens, right? In the Bucks case, it was silly turnovers. In the Cavs case, it was missed free throws and silly turnovers. In this game, it was mostly missed free throws by the Knicks and an inability to figure out what Aaron Nesmith was doing. But these teams just forget how to play. The Knicks said it themselves last night. They played 46 minutes of good ball and 2 minutes of just terrible ball where they thought they had it. You can't do that against the Pacers. There is something in them that gives them a chance in every single game to come back and win or tie or do whatever. And they keep doing it. Everybody calls it a miracle, improbable, whatever, and it is. It is. I don't want to take those words away. I've used them myself. At what point does it, like, if they do it 3 times, is it like, hey, there's something here. There's something real about this. I thought they were not going to win last night as someone in the building because just so much had to go their way, right? When Knicks went up 14 on a Brunson 3 inside 3 minutes, I thought it was over. When the Knicks went up 9 inside of a minute on a bucket near the basket, I thought it was over. When they went up 16 earlier in the quarter on a stretch with Brunson on the bench, I thought it was over. I thought all those moments were Knicks wins. And that's silly of me to think because the Pacers have clawed back from this many times. But this one felt more insurmountable in that a Brunsonless run is killer. The specific deficits of this game were more than they've had in other games, and it was in the Garden, right? It's all just different and more challenging, and it keeps becoming harder and harder for the Pacers, and they keep somehow doing it. It's just remarkable. And this one was crazier because the Haliburton shot, you've all seen it. If you're watching this on the Tony East YouTube channel, my view of it is posted on here if you just want to watch it from where I was sitting. An insane shot. It didn't win him the game. It tied the game. He didn't know that. No one knew that in the moment. That's why they were celebrating like crazy. So not only did they have to have this innate something about them that allowed them to do that, right, to fight back, to stop the Knicks, to score every trip, to have Aaron Nesmith make a million threes, to have Haliburton make that shot. All that is obviously very impressive. Then they have to celebrate, regroup, realize they didn't win, go play an extra 5-minute period, and they were bad to start overtime. I thought they might lose again when they were down 4. Brunson's racing ahead to put the Knicks up 6. Miles Turner, probably goaltended, blocked his shot, and then Nembhard hits a huge 3 on the other end, and they just rolled from there. They responded to another stretch of poor play to start overtime. This team's superpower has been exactly that for years. Everybody will tell you, or most people, descending upon them, it's something new, right? It's different that they have this ability to respond or adjust. And then in some ways it is because their talent's better. They have more things they can do to adjust and be a better team. But it's not new. They've always been good at responding to losses. They were last year when they were this growing team. They are this year as a better team. They're very good at responding to losses, and they know they're never out of a game, and they know what they need to do to come back from the specific circumstance that oftentimes they put themselves in. And last night, they found a million ways to do that. to keep fighting, to keep the Knicks in a position where they can't mess up, and they kept doing that, exactly that. They just kept finding a way. That's what this team has become so good at the last couple years. They were great the rest of the overtime. Huge baskets from Obi Toppin. Andrew Nembhard made a billion great plays. Their defense was better. They forced a miss on the final possession, and they win. It's their first conference finals win in 11 years. Stop right there. Doesn't matter how they got it. Had they won by 30, that's huge. That's a huge deal. They're 3 wins from the finals, and they're winning the series. They're up in the series. That's a huge deal, too. It forces the other team to adjust. It's just a big mentality thing to get a win like that, to do it in Madison Square Garden. The only team rivaling the Pacers' clutch play this whole postseason has been the Knicks, who have multiple 20-point comebacks. Everybody wondered how the clutch games would go. Game 1 advantage, Pacers. Insane basketball game. All the credit to Aaron Nesmith, fighting through knee pain early in the game, coming in with 6 minutes to go, and just raining hellfire on New York. All the credit to Tyrese Halliburton for making these insane shots all the time. And everybody else, Pascal Siakam being so good at killing switches, Miles Turner's amazing block, Andrew Nembhard's many overtime plays, a huge 3, Ben Shepherd playing crazy high-pressure defense for 6 minutes in the fourth quarter, Obi Toppin with some awesome putbacks and dunks. I mean, everybody who played, TJ McConnell's first half, Ben Mathurin sprinkling in big plays throughout the game. Everybody who played, man, that's what the Pacers have to win in these games, and they got it in another crazy comeback. I think the Pacers will walk away obviously happy to win, happy that their tempo was there for a lot of the game. They were able to play fast and force mistakes and just look more like the Pacers, even though the Knicks did a good job slowing down their own offensive possessions to create baskets and score. All the credit to the Pacers for winning that one. They have to be better defending Jalen Brunson. They have to be better defending Karl Towns. That is the challenge of defending the Knicks, is stopping those two players. They have to figure out a way to be better on those two guys. They fouled way too much. 40 free throw attempts for the Knicks. Most of them earned. Not all. Most of them earned. They need to be better there. They need to be way better on the glass. Mitchell Robinson changed the game with his rebounding in the first half. Right? Some very clear things the Pacers need to be better at. In general, their defense was flimsy. They allowed too many drives, which led to kickouts or ball movement. The Knicks did a very good job of working their game against the Pacers defense. There is clearly stuff the Pacers need to do better. In Game 2, they have a day to look at it. But it feels better and easier to work through those things, to look at them, to assess where you're at in a series when you still win. And you know that even on a night where a lot went wrong, you can win a game, and more can go right. They did shoot well. They might not shoot 40% from 3 every game in the series. They did need a lot to go their way in the final minutes. That's not going to need to happen every time. They had a lot go wrong, and yet they won. 1-0 Pacers. So much more to come. I'll be in New York for Game 2 with more on this channel. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you after the next one.